Today we're going to study more in detail another big technique of your fighting strategy, your Kumite strategy, and also mine because I've used this technique like, I don't know, thousands and thousands of times. I'm talking about Gyaku Tsuki. So basically from the Kamae position, what I do is doing Yoriashi Gyaku Tsuki or Tsugiyashi Gyaku Tsuki, okay? So it can be used in both. Let me show it from the side. Okay, so Yoriashi Gyaku Tsuki or Tsugiyashi Gyaku Tsuki. Tsugiyashi Gyaku Tsuki. So on the other side, I'll show it also on the other side. So Yoriashi Gyaku Tsuki or Tsugiyashi Gyaku Tsuki. What's the difference between the two? Is that with Yoriashi, I move the front leg first. Okay, so basically I simply move this leg, doing a little movement forward. The other one, I first move the back leg, doing a small movement to cover a bigger distance. So depending where my opponent is, I do Yoriashi or I do Tsugiyashi to cover a bigger distance. So today I want to study this technique with you to start to develop your attack. But of course, this can be defense too, because when my opponent is coming to me, I anticipate with Gyaku Tsuki, okay? Or can be used as an attack. So this is another tool, another word, another technique that I want you to have very solid into your own fighting, into your own Kumite vocabulary, okay? So let's go. With Yoriashi first, we will do 10 Gyaku Tsuki with Yoriashi, and the principle is the same that we did with the previous exercise. So basically, I don't move, I don't react. From here, I do directly the front, okay? So I don't move, I don't react. If you look at me from the front, I'm in front of you, fighting you, okay? You shouldn't see any movement besides the punch that is already arrived to your chudan, okay? So let's do it. Ich, ni, san, chi, go, rock, sich, hach, ku, ju, wai. Let's do it the other side. Ich, ni, san, chi, go, rock, sich, hach, ku, ju, yeah! Let's do it from the front. Hitch, knee, san, chi, go, rock, sich, hach, ku, ju, yeah! Other side, another 10. Yoriashi always. So little movement forward. Hitch, knee, san, chi, go, rock, sich, hach, ku, ju, yak. Another thing that I would like you to take out of this training is the importance of ikite. So when I do Gyaku Tsuki, this hand is ikite, like we have studied in all the other techniques, because from here, of course, you can do other stuff like Kizami-tsuki, like Kizami-tsuki rotating, so you can do, of course, other things. But just to remind you that this is not the end of the sequence. This is not the end of your sentence, okay, when you're fighting. Many beginners of Kumite, many beginners do just one technique, they come back, another technique, and they come back. No, you can do a sequence of technique. Of course, looking at your opponent, what he or she is doing, okay? So now we switch to Tsugiyashi Yagotsuki, and this technique will allow you to cover a bigger distance. So if here I can cover this distance, with Tsugiyashi I can cover this distance, okay? So it's a bigger distance, and depending where your opponent is, you can use Yoriyashi or you can use Tsugiyashi, okay? So let's go. 10, hitch, ni, 3, 4, go, rock, sitch, ach, ku, ju. Okay, so I would like also you to focus on the back leg. So this leg is moving, is not doing like super big movement, it's doing little, very little movement, okay? And when I am in front of you, okay, when I'm in front of you, you could barely see this, okay? I don't do any reaction from the upper body, okay? Can barely see this. Okay, and then I do Yagotsuki. Let's go with the other kamae. Always 10. Hitch! Ni! 3! 4! Go! Rock! Sitch! Ach! Ku! Ju! Way! So, how was your training? It's starting to become interesting, right? With, you know, the two different movements, Yoriyashi and Tsugiyashi and Yakutsuki, and, you know, the combination, possible combination with Kizamitsuki. So, it started to become interesting. And I want you to understand that basically Kumite is made out of two things, mostly, which is distance and timing, okay? So these are the two main things to master when you are doing Kumite. The technique actually is mastering these two things of one technique. Most of my Kumites I have just used, you know, maybe Kizamitsuki Yagotsuki, or maybe, you know, my Geri Kizamitsuki Yagotsuki, I've used maybe 3 techniques. But the thing that plays a very big difference is the timing and the distance. So I don't want you to focus on many techniques, you know, Mawashi Geri, Ushiro Geri, Uramawashi Geri, like we see like in, you know, other combats, because they have, any style have their own specificity. Anyway, also in this combat you see that the fighters mostly prefer one technique. It could be a kiki technique, it could be like a punchy technique. I would like you to study one technique, but study it with a different timing, with a different angle, with a lateral movement, but you master that technique, okay? So, with that being said, I appreciate you for being on my channel. Subscribe, give me a thumb up, and I will see you in this dojo in the next video. Bye!